If it happens, Bud Crawford, oh, absolutely. We'll be there, Stephen A. We'll see Bud Crawford and Canelo. And I want to see that fight. But I would rather see him fight Benavidez. I agree with you.
Landing punches, like just the whole stat. Crawford is leading. And so I do think that it's a tough fight, but I would lean more towards Crawford simply of his, skill set.
That power ain't gonna be able to sustain throughout the fight. Watch.
Shannon Sharpe didn't hold back as he warned Canelo Alvarez about the dangers of facing Terence Crawford. Speaking live on air, he pointed out that although Crawford usually fights at 147 pounds, he has long sparred with bigger opponents and held his own with ease. Sharpe emphasized that Crawford, moving up in weight, only adds to his threat, cautioning Canelo that underestimating him could prove to be a serious mistake.
They're not going to give me my due because I'm going to have 3 or 4 losses. And that's what's happening. Guys won't fight anybody that the fans want to see or a fighter that's deserving. You're absolutely right. David Benavidez deserved the fight Canelo, but Canelo doesn't want to fight him because he knows there's a greater chance of him losing versus Benavidez versus Bigger Charlo. And so that's what – now, am I going to go see the if it happens, Bud Crawford? Oh, absolutely. We'll be there, Stephen A. We'll see Bud Crawford and Canelo. And I want to see that fight. But I would rather see him fight Benavidez. I agree with you.
Daniel Jacobs broke down the technical sides of both fighters before sharing his view. He acknowledged Canelo Alvarez's power and experience, but pointed out that Terence Crawford possesses a more advanced skill set, making him unpredictable and highly dangerous. Jacobs emphasized Crawford's adaptability, noting his ability to switch styles mid-fight to confuse opponents and nullify their strengths. With sharp reflexes and exceptional ring IQ, Jacobs believes Crawford could create serious problems for Canelo. While Canelo has shown his toughness against heavy punchers like Gennady Golovkin, Jacobs argued that Crawford's speed, precision, and tactical brilliance present a completely different kind of challenge. For that reason, Jacobs gives the edge to Crawford, convinced that his superior skills will make the difference.
For instance, when he fought the guy that he lost to just recently.
Bivol,
yeah. Shout out to Bivol. He wasn't really able to find that niche there, but in spurts, you can see him adapting, right? And so the biggest difference between Bivol and Crawford is the size difference and the power. Even though Bivol was an ultimate boxer, he still was able to keep him off him with the sheer power and strength. But with Crawford, I think that it'll be challenging for Canelo to get around the skill set, but it wouldn't be challenging for him to be able to endure the pain. And so that's what Canelo would, because the mindset too is, if you can't hurt me, no matter what you do, I'm going to keep coming forward. Yeah. So if Canelo could adapt that mindset, take the shots, because he's going to be throwing, and if you look at the stats too, in terms of punch output, in terms of landing punches, like just the whole stat, Crawford is leading. And so I do think that it's a tough fight, but I would lean more towards Crawford simply of his, skill set.
Is this the biggest fight for his legacy? If obviously he wins, I think.
Crawford.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be the biggest win. Sure. But given the fact that a lot of people, I think, expect Canelo to win because of the weight, where do you rank this in comparison to that huge fight with Errol Spence?
So if Canelo wins, it would be one of his most top tier wins, but it would also be expected. So I don't know if it would take the umph off of it, rather the other way around, because of the size difference and what all Canelo has been accomplishing for the last however many years,
Victor Oladipo explains that Terence Crawford possesses a rare quality that sets him apart from most fighters: the ability to cause damage without relying solely on brute force. He highlights Crawford's timing and accuracy, which allow him to land punches opponents don't anticipate, making them more punishing than they initially appear. Oladipo believes this trait gives Crawford the edge over Canelo Alvarez. While Alvarez is durable, Oladipo argues he can be outmaneuvered by disciplined fighters who refuse to be lured into slugfests, an area where Crawford thrives, patient and precise. Crawford waits for the right openings and capitalizes with devastating effect. For Oladipo, this blend of intelligence and punching efficiency is exactly why he has always favored Crawford as the likely victor.